Okay, so we're finally at 4 o'clock and we're known for our punctuality here at Sipping Thoughts. So very good afternoon to all of you and a very warm welcome at Sipping Thoughts, and thank you for joining me here. We are a leading platform, of course, for women today. And I also want to extend a very warm welcome to the students of KPR Institute of Technology and Engineering who are a part of our session. KPR is an autonomous engineering institute and amongst the top in the Coimbatore region. In this session on Crazy About Colors, we are going to be talking about 5 ways to use color to our advantage with Diya Khurana, who's not only a friend, but a leading image and etiquette consultant. Diya is someone who has taught me so much about colors, and we do know that life would actually lose its essence and flavor without colors. Understanding colors is an important part of developing our image, style, and confidence. In this session, we will delve into how color affects how we look, feel, and how others perceive us, our psychology, which is our mood, and even our memories. A little bit about Diya Khurana is that she is an internationally certified image, wardrobe, and etiquette consultant and has been working over a decade in this profession. She is also an internationally certified color consultant and does personal color consultations for groups, corporates, and individuals as well. She delivers customized leadership interventions and training programs for corporates, groups, and individuals. She has worked with 3,500 plus children and 2,000 plus adults for dining etiquette, which is one of her signature programs. She has also done uniform design projects for industrial and hospitality sector. Some of her clients are Apollo Tires, Inox CVA, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
It's correct.
Okay. Shot Glass, Netafim. Netafim, okay. And she has also an associate faculty with ICBI, ICAI, and Academy of Indian Railways for skill development in self-presentation. So you know us, and we'll all be keeping you on mute, but because we want the session to be very interactive, please do keep chatting with us in every way possible, because this session is all about you. And we will be getting you to ask your own questions yourself. So without wasting further time, a very warm welcome to you as well, Diya. I'm so excited about this session today. I just mentioned the fact that I have learned so much about color from you. And I want to know, to what fact or factors do you attribute the fact that you're so passionate about colors, and the fact that somebody like me, who's an image consultant herself, can learn so much about colors from you?
So, Tina, when I started this journey of image consulting, very, very initially, I realized that the one thing that I absolutely love and thoroughly enjoy doing is identifying color. And that's when I had realized and I had decided that moving forward, like a vision in my head, this is something that I want to give more focus and attention for. And that's the reason I also went on to do a color program under 2 image masters. So I'm a internationally certified color consultant by 2 image masters of the world, Judith Rasban and Christina Ong, because in the world of image consulting, there are 2 systems followed for color evaluation. And I wanted to know both, and I wanted to know more. So when I work with clients, I kind of take the mid path, and I have now been doing exclusive color consultations, and I absolutely thoroughly enjoy, because the difference that you're able to see in an individual, the minute you change the color on them, it's just instant.
And I'm glad you did, Diya, because all that learning is transferring to us, and hopefully our audience.
You're so kind. You're so kind in saying that, Tina.
Okay. So let's move on, Diya. Let's just start, because we have such an exciting session planned for our audience today. So yeah, and I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you for this very warm welcome. I also thank Team Sipping Thoughts for giving this opportunity to me. I've been a follower for Sipping Thoughts for quite some time, and I truly appreciate as a follower and today as an individual who's received this platform, as an opportunity myself. I truly appreciate the work that you guys are doing. Kudos to you guys. Please keep up the good work. This network that you're building of women helping and, bringing other women forward. So thank you so much. Without wasting another single second, I'm just going to go straight. Can you see my screen now, Tina? Can you see
Yes,
it?
I can.
Great. Okay. So a very warm welcome to everybody today. And I'm sure that you all are as crazy about color as I am. So without wasting even a single more second, let me just jump into this. So what I want you all to do is to take a pen and paper. If you don't have a pen and paper, do it on your phone. If you don't have your phone, just share your most favorite color on the chat box. Think of that one color that you absolutely love and share it in the chat box. And Tina, if you may please share a few
Yes. So
responses.
there's black, pink, red. Oh, there's
Wow.
a rainbow of colors coming in the.
So I thought, let's see what are the colors that we're dealing with.
There's so many
Today.
different. There's purple, yellow, pink, red, blue, yellow, black, green.
Wow. So keep this color with you somewhere. And by the end of this session, hopefully there'll be a little more clarity on how will be the best way to use this favorite color wherever you can in your life, and especially on your body, in your clothes. Okay. Now, why are we so crazy about colors? And what are we going to be discussing today? We are so crazy about colors because colors bring life to life. It's the most impactful element of nature, and color defines so many things for us. Uh, as we move down the session, you will also realize that the topic that we're talking about today, color psychology, and color psychology simply means the study of the effect of color on our mood, on our behavior, on our perceptions about things, about people, all of that. That color psychology comes from here. It comes from nature. So why and how we associate certain emotions, certain feelings, certain perceptions with a particular color is directly related to how that color exists in nature. Okay. Now, what do you think is the first thing about color? Looking at anybody, can anybody very quickly tell me what is the first thing that we need to identify about color before we move forward? Tina, the first response that you see, if you could just.
So Saranya says it's refreshing.
Yes, it is.
Mansi says brightness.
Totally. Okay. Before talking about.
Ariki also says vibrancy. Vibhuti says beautiful. Aparna says happiness.
Fantastic. And color is all of that. But the one thing as we delve and jump into the world of color, we need to understand is that color influences me and color influences others about me. So not only the color that I associate with in my home, on my body, it influences me first. It influences my mood, it influences my behavior. And then the color that I am associated with influences the perception of other people who look at me in that color. Okay. So not only is it influencing my psyche, it's also influencing other people's perceptions about me. And that is a very essential thing to understand about color. So moving forward, the 5 ways that color influence us directly. Can anybody very quickly tell me which is the popular Disney movie where we saw these characters, the most loved characters? Anyone? Does anyone know?
Jigna is saying inside out.
Absolutely, Jigna, you're right. This is the very successful, my favorite film by Disney called Inside Out, where they went inside the head of a child and gave a character to every mood. And if you notice, every mood or every emotion in her head has been given a particular color. And that association is not by chance. There is a reason why joy is yellow. There is a reason why sadness is blue. We often, when we feel blue, if somebody is feeling dull, we say, I'm feeling blue. or when somebody is really angry, we say red with anger, or red fury or red rage. So there is a particular association. Color directly influences our mood. Number two, color directly influences, I don't know how many of you are aware, but it directly influences the physiology of our body. These scientists, researchers Keith Jacobs and Frank Hustmeyer in 1974 discovered that very amazingly, colors can change our heart rate, they can change our blood pressure, they can also affect or influence our respiration. This is a survey done by them. So exposure to color also has an impact on the physiological systems of our body. That's the second thing that color influences as, as an individual. Number three, very surprisingly, and this I learned when I went into the world of image consulting, I'm sure Tina will also agree, that color influences our body's responses. So Mr. Faber Byron, a color consultant, and also considered, mind you, as a very most authoritative source on this subject, has published several papers connecting productivity of an individual, decreased or increased violent behavior, and also changes in appetite, our digestive system, connecting it directly to the exposure of a particular color. So when individuals are exposed to a particular color, it changes our behavior in terms of our productivity at work. It changes our appetite. So this is not something that I feel that I'm sharing. All of this is very researched and science backed. Now, if I ask you a question, let's say you see an average 30-year-old man. Okay, this question is open to the forum. If you see a 30-year-old man standing at a distance wearing a blazer like this, what are a few adjectives or messages or things or personality associations that you would have in your mind about this person?
Amisha says boring. Vibhinta says boring.
Okay.
Everybody is saying dull, boring, dull, boring.
Okay, what about this one?
Okay, Anu says professional and dull. Manju says sober. Mansi says sober. Shanti says vibrant. Jigna is saying vibrant. Okay, there are too many responses coming in for me to read
Tina,
it so quickly.
The point, honestly, the point that I'm trying to make here is that color also influences our perception about people, their personalities, and in effect, how we choose to treat them. So when we look at a particular person wearing a particular color, we directly associate that color's psychology to the personality of that individual.
Can I say something here, Diya?
Absolutely, Tina, absolutely.
So there's a very interesting response from Pratiksha Ghosh about the floral jacket, and it says Ranveer Singh. So this corresponds to exactly what you were saying.
So if we think of his personality, his personality is as colorful, vibrant, flamboyant as the kind of the jacket that you see. And the minute we see something like that, we make a perception based on that color associated with that person's personality. And this is such a powerful thought, because once we associate a particular message with that individual, we treat that person based on that perception. So it also influences our perceptions about people. Very interesting. And I found this particular aspect of influence. Color also influences our memory. In the Encyclopedia of Memory by Carol Turkington and Joseph Harris, she's written a book called The Encyclopedia of Memory and Memory Disorders. The authors state that very intensely visual colors can help in development of visual memory. And therefore, you'll notice now, when we were children, we went to school, the diagrams and the picture illustrations in our textbooks used to be all black and white. But now you see more and more colored illustrations coming in the textbook, and portals and services from Byju's. And all of these apps have suddenly become so popular. Children learning from a visual platform where there is a lot of color coming in, their memory is more. So what it's saying is that if you see a colored illustration, the chances of that colored illustration staying in your memory is far more than one you see devoid of any color. This response, you'll notice, is far more pronounced in smaller children where you'll notice. So if I ask you, what are the three colors that you see most often in the toys made for children? What are the three colors that you see very often?
Amisha says yellow. Jigna says yellow, red, green.
Fantastic. So red, yellow, blue, and green, probably. These are the four primary bright colors that you see used in the color for toys for children a lot. And bright colored toys, when children use it, impacts their understanding, it impacts their memory. Ina Siegel, this is an author who wrote a book called The Secret Language of Colors, states that certain colors actually improve your ability to concentrate. It improves your memory. They fuel the brain. The colors fuel the brain to help you make decisions and improve your ability to concentrate more. And if you remember, we'll see how many of you are paying attention. At the end of the session, if you remember to ask me, I'll share those two colors that Ina Siegel has shared in her research in this book. I'll tell you the name of those two colors that will actually boost your memory, that have been found in the survey to boost memory. So at the end of the session, Tina, if somebody asks, remind me. Sure. I would like to share. I'll see how much people are connected with me from now till the end. Okay. So with that in mind, let's delve into the world of color. But before I move forward, there's one disclaimer that I would like to give to everybody, that a clear understanding of the fact that the factors that influence color perception also include age, include gender, and include culture. So what I'm trying to say here is that a particular color may be perceived by a culture in one way and may be perceived very differently by another culture. A particular color may be perceived by men a little differently compared to by women, and a particular color may be perceived if you change the age. So if you show that gray jacket to a teenager, the first word they're going to blurt out is boring. And probably a middle-aged person would probably maybe call it professional, if you understand what I mean. So there are certain factors that definitely change the perception, and these factors are age, gender, and culture.
Diya?
Yes,
Mansi Ahuja wants to know if you could repeat the name of the book for colors.
Yeah, absolutely. The name of the book is The Secret Language of Color by Ina, InnaSegal.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm sure she's going to Google this and tell me the name of those two colors. But Ina, don't share it on the chat box with the others, okay? We want everybody glued, and we'll share the name of those two colors at the end of the session. So for people who are looking to paint the study rooms of their children, hang on till the end and I'll share the name of those two colors that have been proven by research to improve memory. Okay, guys, so are you ready? And when I say, are you ready? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something, and you have to write the first word that pops into your head the minute you see whatever I show you in the next slide. Okay, is everybody ready? Should I go forward?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. What is the first word that pops in your head when you see this color?
Vibhinta strawberry, Pratiksha red, Telega red, loud, Prabha S vibrant, Kashish loud. Okay, there are too many responses.
Okay.
Basically, loud, passion, red, blood,
absolutely,
colorful,
totally
vibrant.
And that's what it is. Red is the color of energy. Red is the color of passion. It's the lowest wavelength, and therefore this is the color that you see like immediately it hits you. Red is the color also of aggression. So red is a color, bright red is a color that's associated with energy, with passion, but with also danger. Now, very interestingly, I don't know how many of you knew this, but red as a color is known also to stimulate your appetite, make you more hungry. And therefore, most food brands, most fast food brands, you will see their logos have the color red in it. That's the psychology behind it. Red, of course, is also attention grabbing. So it's a color that grabs your attention. You see that color right on me, and the intention, of course, is to grab your attention so that everybody looks at me and not at the beautiful Tina sitting right next to me in that window. So what is the one common thing that you see here? In the 4 images, what is the one common thing? Do you see a lot of the use of color red in the furnitures of the restaurants and all the fast food centers, even the food courts in malls? You will see have chairs that are red color, their hoardings are red. The psyche behind it is that they want you to eat more. So the next time you go to a restaurant which is serving you food on a red tray, which has a red mat or a red napkin or a red tablecloth, the intention behind it is that you eat more food. Red also is a color of danger. So when I spoke about color influencing your physiology, red is the color that actually, it kind of affects your blood pressure, it affects your metabolism, it raises your pulse, and therefore red is very smartly also used for danger signals. But because of this use of red, the psychology or the association of aggression is also there with the color red. So when it comes to wearing the color, now this is a study done by 2 researchers called Elliott and Niesta. The names are on the screen. They did a survey where they showed men wearing pictures of women wearing dresses of a lot of colors. And most men rated the women wearing a red dress to be the most attractive woman. And when the similar survey was conducted with women, a lot of women wearing red said that they felt attractive. So red clothing not only makes a woman feel more attractive, it apparently also makes her appear very attractive to the opposite sex. So it's a great color to wear on your first date, catching attention, getting the pulse rate of the person you're on a date with higher. So
So
that's
no
called
wonder we wear it for our weddings, no,
the
Diya?
totally, Tina, totally. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a lady in 4 color dresses, and you have to tell me, where does she grab your attention the most? Dress number 1, dress number 2, dress number 3, and dress number 4.
Mostly 2, red.
Sweet. So the color association with attention grabbing is so strong, and this is the red dress effect. However, red on men, though it's a color of energy and aggression for men as well, the color red on men is associated with power and dominance along with looking attractive. So when that study was conducted by Elliott and Niesta only, women were shown men in red, wearing red. They not only did they find those men more attractive, the ones who were wearing red, they also felt that those men looked more powerful, and therefore you'll see a lot of red uniforms, football players, games which are aggressive, volleyball, football, these football clubs, their uniforms being in the color red. Now you have to very quickly share with me, what is the one word that comes to your mind or the color that you would associate this with, the color gray? What's the one word that you would associate the color that you see in the square?
Nameshka says boring, Dharmika says blank, Janvi says dull. So a lot of drab, mundane, dull, blank.
Absolutely. And they're all right, because gray is the absolute opposite of red. So it's a passive color. It kind of draws of energy, low in energy. But because it sits right in between black and white, this is also looked at as a very neutral color. A color that's associated with formality, with professionalism, and conventional, non-creative, you know. So when we want the attention and focus on us, on what we are saying, and not on my clothes, gray becomes a fantastic color to wear. So for example, when a lawyer stands up and speaks and he wants people to pay attention to what he's saying and not driven to him as a person, then gray becomes a great color to be worn for serious professionals like financial professionals, like lawyers, anybody who's in a business where they cannot afford to communicate, I'm having fun. So that's the color gray. However, gray is also a color that makes you look dull, low on energy, very passive, boring, mundane, like a lot of women shared with us. Therefore, whenever you choose to wear gray, pop it up with a bright color red, or I will be sharing a lot more other high energy colors, so that that one pop of red kind of offsets the bad effect of this very passive color. Okay, the color black. What are your associations with this word? The psychology of black.
So Shanti says classy, Dharmika says passion, Mansi says classic, Nikita attractive, Gitanjali classy, Khushbu classy. A lot of attractive, formal, elegant.
So we do have a very intuitive, aware, sensitive audience today, Tina, because that is the black association with black. So in color psychology, black is associated with power. It's associated with elegance. It's associated with sophistication. So all those people who said classy, that's what they meant. It's associated with sophistication as well. So if you'll see a lot of brands, so Batman's logo is in black. That's a communication of power. D&G, Chanel, and of course, the most favorite, Louis Vuitton. The brand that is communicating class and sophistication. The marketing and the advertising world, the media uses and plays to this color psychology, and we receive, the message that they want to convey to us very overtly through the color that they use in their logos. And this is what they want to stand for.
Dharmika even says ghosts are associated with the color black. So very
gray, I think they are. She's right, not wrong, partly right. Yeah. Black is also the color of power. So if at work or any other place, any other occasion in your life, you want to communicate power, elegance, class, grace, black is a fantastic color to wear. However, if you're going in an occasion where you want to look more approachable and not intimidate the hell out of the person looking at you, be mindful of wearing a lot of black. And no wonder, therefore, black is such a favorite color with a lot of celebrities. Black is a very favorite color. A lot of celebrities will end up wearing. One of the reasons also that black is a slimming color. And of course, most celebrities, including me, I'm not a celebrity though, but who doesn't want to look slim? At least I do. So that's also why black is such a popular color. And what am I talking about here? What is this very popular term that we keep talking about?
Jigna is saying, Namisha is saying LBD, everybody's saying LBD.
LBD. And there's one LBD for every woman out there of every body shape. There's one LBD that exists there, because that is the color that gives you a sense of confidence and power in your head when you're heading for a party. And now I want you to appreciate the difference between the red dress and the black dress. The red dress is the one that gets your attention. It makes you look sensual, romantic. And the black is the one, black is the color of grace, elegance, and power. So that's your red dress versus the black dress. Okay, guys, let's see what you have to say for white.
So Mansi, Saranya, Archana, a lot of people are saying white, peace, calm.
Absolutely, they're absolutely
right. Saying happy.
So white is very strongly associated with simplicity, with minimalism, with purity. In fact, initially when brides used to, the brides that wear white, the white in the bridal gown is associated with purity. The girl being a virgin, the girl who is getting married. And that is, so the very strong association of white is with peace, is with cleanliness. It's the peacefulness where many cultures, like even in India, like our community, we wear white when we are mourning. The objective is that barring all colors, the color white on everybody brings that calm and peace to the mind who's lost a loved one. White is also associated with purity. A lot of communities in India wear white. So there's a community in Punjabis who wear white. A friend of mine where everybody wore white. My God, so beautiful. And that's the association of purity with the color white. So it also communicates cleanliness. So all brands that use white as their logo, a white shirt is something that you would never go wrong with. It's a great color to wear. However, one thing is to be kept in mind. It's a great color to wear as long as you're wearing it in your shirt. But when worn in too much amount or too much quantity, white can also be looked as sterile, sterility, and therefore not a great color to wear in a very large amount. So when wear black, you can wear as a full black suit to work and communicate power. Wearing a full white suit will not help you communicate that you're a very peaceful person. So too much of white kind of tends to work against you in a professional environment. Okay, now what is the color association with the block that you see here, the color blue?
So Harshita says cool, Namisha says water, Kanika says pleasant, Anusha says cool.
So they're all absolutely right. The strong association, blue is for loyalty, for truth, wisdom, intellect,
Masculine.
trustworthy, stability. And if we look at all the responses that we're receiving from the audience, it's very understood that the power of this color blue comes from its presence in nature.
Yes.
There is so much blue present in nature that it is that one color that brings calm to people. The association of a clear blue sky. So how did these associations come into the picture? How did scientists associate messages or emotions with colors? Over the years, thousands of years, people were constantly asked, what does blue make you think of? What does blue remind you of? What does red remind you of? And their associations were also their experiences and associations in nature. So a clear blue sky meant a good crop. It meant a great day. A gray sky meant a lot of downpour. So therefore the association of gray remains dull and low in energy. Not so great color to have, all around your house. It kind of brings down the energy, and a great color is blue. And hence you will see a lot of offices and workspaces painted blue. Now, blue is known to influence physiologically the behavior of an individual where it increases productivity. And that color that you're wearing today, Tina, is so beautiful. I love that blue.
Thank you.
Blue communicates, I'm trustworthy, I'm stable, I'm loyal, and therefore blue is a great color for a man to wear on a first date compared to red for a woman. And for the fact that blue communicates a lot of intellect, wisdom. The sky is wise. We look up to the sky for its wisdom. It's also a color we see mostly in school uniforms because blue is said to increase productivity. So there was this research done where two groups, there was a group of people divided into two. One group was put in a blue room, one group was put in another colored room. The guys in the blue made less mistakes and were more productive. And over the years, this research has been done very often, and therefore it's also a very highly recommended and accepted color for workwear. So blue is also known to increase productivity as a behavioral effect. And I think that this is directly related to the fact that blue makes us calm.
Then why do you call it feeling blue, Diya? A lot of people are asking that question.
Yes. So, blue, when we say I'm feeling very blue and low in energy, so it's that calmness that it brings to people, kind of physiologically also, the pulse rate going down and that sinking feeling that you have.
Yeah,
that
makes
sinking
sense.
feeling is associated with feeling blue. And that's the reason people always keep saying blue. You won't believe that it was found out that, I'm forgetting the name of the author. By the end of the session, if I can just get back to my notes, I'll share the name. A researcher shared that inmates who showed a lot of violent behavior, and it took them a lot of time to pacify and bring that temper down, were sent to blue rooms, which were painted light blues, pale blues, and made to listen to calm music. The amount of time that they took to get calm, to get that pulse rate down was, very stark in comparison to otherwise. So blue is actually said to calm us down. Okay. Now, one question here for my audience. Would you eat this or this? Or have you ever seen any chips, spaghetti, pasta, rice?
Arnav says no.
Served in
Pratiksha
the
says
color
no.
blue.
Harshita says no. No.
Please tell me why. Why do you think that manufacturers don't stay away from the dye blue?
Saying it's dull. Amar is saying chemicals. Anjana says it feels gross.
Why do we feel that this food that we are looking at is full of chemicals? Why isn't it natural? That's because the only place where you see blue color in food in nature is blueberries. Apart from that, we never see blue color in nature in food, and hence it becomes the most unappetizing color for food. And you will see most food brands, manufacturing kurkures and your Lay's chips and your colas. Blue remains the most unpopular color when it comes to consuming food. So every color association actually comes from how that color exists in nature. Okay, very interesting color in front of all of you. What are your associations with this color? Share your personal association with pink.
Saying happy. Archana says romantic. Akanksha
Fantastic.
Love. Dharmika charming. Amisha says, oh wow, they're going so fast. Pleasant, bubblegum, romantic, joy.
So they're all right, Tina. They're actually we actually have a very
perceptive audience.
Perceptive audience, truly. Yes. Pink is the color of kindness. Pink is the color of playfulness. Pink is the color of youth. Pink is the color of romance. So when we talk of the color pink, love, kindness, approachability, it just has been too much in the news for being a girl color, sadly. But pink is a fantastic color when you want to communicate sweetness, subtlety, softness. It's like its cousin red. It belongs to the same color family. The emotion remains the same. But when you tone it down, the emotion also tones down. So where red is passion, pink is romance. So pink can be very powerfully used on occasions where you want to look very approachable. Pink is a color where, if you put it up on walls, there was a study done very interestingly. A prison was painted pink to help the inmates, their temper go down. And initially, their first response was this: they all kind of calmed down with a very dull, pale pink around them. So that was the instant effect. Of course, later something else happened, but that was the exposure to pink. So when you wear pink, you communicate approachability, and look at all the brands that have their logos as pink. So Victoria's Secret is a logo that's pink. Pink is one of their lines in Victoria's Secret, but their brand itself is also pink. So that's the romance, that's the association. Cosmopolitan, Baskin Robbins, you see so that's how they use color psychology in brands. Another interesting color on the screen. What comes to your mind when you see this color?
Dharmika, royalty. REK, royal. Mansi, royalty. Wild. Somebody says wild. Sipping thoughts. Okay, Suki.
Okay. Before I talk about the color purple and all the association with it, there was a very fun fact that I forgot to share about pink. The Iowa Hawkeyes have a pink visiting team locker room at their Kinnick Stadium, conceived by the Iowa coach, Hayden Fry, who had majored in psychology at the Baylor University. He believed that the all pink room would mess with the minds of the opposing team. So when they were hosting, when they were the host on their ground, the match was being played, he painted the room of the visiting team pink so that it calms them down, it lowers their energy, they become more kind, and see how color psychology, because he was a major in psychology. Okay, so The color purple is associated with luxury and mystery and spirituality. Can anybody tell me why? Why does purple associate with luxury?
Dharmika says Queen Elizabeth's primary crown is also purple in color. Is that the
Okay,
reason?
no. So
Since
that is because of the
Napoleon's time,
association with
according to
royalty.
REK,
The color purple is associated with luxury because years back,
Nehal
purple,
got the right answer, I think. The
yeah,
purple
purple
dye is
as
the
a
right,
color was
yeah,
very difficult. The
expensive.
dye was very difficult to make. So it was always the royalty and the upper class that could afford that color in their homes, on their clothes, in their, the items they owned. And over the years, that color stuck as an association with people, who could just afford it. So world over, this color is associated with that fact. Can anybody tell me what airline we're talking about here? What airways is this?
Thai, according to
Thai.
Jignana.
Yes. She's right. This is Thai Airways. Now, do you know the color purple in Thailand is associated with what? Can anybody very quickly tell me what do the Thai people associate color purple with? It's associated with mourning. Just like we wear white when we are mourning, they wear purple. Why then do you think the Thai Airways chose purple as their color? Why was purple their color of choice? When to Thai people, it means mourning and sadness.
Neha says peace and friendship. Shubham says spirituality.
It does mean spirituality as well. But the reason Thai Airways chose this
Vibinta
color.
got it right. I think she says
Yes.
for the international audience.
Absolutely. Bang on, Vibinta. It's because the audience that they were selling their tickets to were not Thai. Their audience and the people, their clientele was the Europeans, the Britishers, and Americans. And to them, the purple was always associated with with luxury. And see, from the curtain to the mood light to the screen, everything has that tinge. So color also is very essentially used to create that ambience and that customer experience. It greatly influences the impression or the impact that you have on the client. And therefore diamond jewelry or rich, items of very high value are often marketed with the color purple light. This perfume is the world's third most expensive perfume, and very often a lot of expensive brands associate with that color of luxury. And this is how you wear luxury on your body. So this makes you look influential, wearing the color purple on their bodies. Why do you think I'm showing you this here? Any guesses? This is how you can very effectively use purple in your own life. So when you wrap a gift in a purple colored wrapping sheet, it enhances or increases the value of that particular gift, and you make your gift look more luxurious or high end. These are some brands that associate themselves with the color purple, and that is your color of joy. It's the color of highest energy. Yellow is the color of happiness, over energizing, making the wearer look weak. And hence, wear this color in less quantity when you're going to an occasion where you want to communicate seriousness or to your workwear. Another high energy color, orange is the color of creativity, youthful energy, and enthusiasm. And hence, orange is the best color to be worn where? What is that one place where you need high energy, absolutely high energy? You can make best use of it.
Party.
Parties is one. Gyms, fitness centers, all of these places. So when you're buying clothes for your exercise, buy the color orange. It's going to psychologically uplift your mood and energize your brain. It's a great color to wear for your workouts. And of course, the beautiful color green. There is no, doubt that green communicates nature. It's the color of growth. It's a color of harmony. It's a color of wealth. Dr. Kate Lee mentions that low wavelengths of this color promote restfulness and calm, and it's known world over to improve efficiency and focus. Also, excellent for improving your concentration. I don't know if you guys are aware, there is a green room for TV stars. Have you ever heard of the term green room? The reason they put them, make them sit in a green room is to calm them down. So it's a color that also gives the least strain to the eyes. So the best thing to do to give rest to your eyes is go out and look at a tree from a far off distance. That green color's wavelength is going to, relax the eye, and that infinite focal length is going to help make your eyes get better. All brands that associate strongly with the color green have an associated message. So for example, Land Rover, that's a car. It's a very powerful four-wheel car. The association is that you can drive it into the wild. It's for off-roading. Tropicana, that it's all natural products. Sprite, it's a healthy drink. WhatsApp, what do you think WhatsApp is trying to communicate through the color green? Why is their logo green? Anyone?
Amisha says growth. Harshita says harmony.
So
Namesha says relationships.
absolutely, absolutely. It also means that harmless. Green doesn't harm, nature cannot harm. So one of the strong communications for using green is also that we are. So this is the association of brands with green. It's also a great color to have on your desktop, guys. So when you're using the screen too much in the pandemic days, choose a desktop that's all green. It's going to relax your eyes. And this is your how color psychology we see in the world of marketing, and how we are being influenced by the use of color. So color psychology exists, okay? And if it does exist, it's not going anywhere. Let's befriend color psychology and let's use color psychology to our advantage. What I'm sharing with you guys right now are tips from the perspective of an image consultant. How can you use color to the best of your advantage? Now, there are three things that I want you to be aware of before we discuss the 5 top tips that you can use. Number one is that the best color in the whole world is the one that looks good on you. So that's something that I believe by, that there are no good colors or bad colors. Your favorite color is your color, the color that looks great on you. Color has no gender, guys. There are no boy colors or girl colors. Color does not discriminate. And what do I mean by that? When a man wears pink or a woman wears pink, the psychology of the color remains the same. It does not discriminate between gender, culture, or anybody. It's the associations of the people that changes the perceptions of the people. And the third thing to remember is that you can wear any color you want. You should just know how to do it. So hoping that these 5 guidelines that I'm going to share with you now, you can use. So since I work with people in terms of their wardrobe, I'm sharing these 5 general guidelines that you can start using from tomorrow to use color in your wardrobe to your advantage. Guideline number 1, remember, dark and dull colors communicate more seriousness, more authority, more maturity. So for those occasions in your life, and if you're a homemaker, or even going to the school for a parent-teacher meeting, looking for a serious discussion with the teacher regarding your child, a dull and dark color is going to benefit you, communicate seriousness. Somebody going to work, going for an important interview, darker and duller colors will always make you look more serious. So if red is your favorite color, and that's the color you want to get attention, but the public speech that you're making is about a very serious topic, you can tone down that red by adding black. So instead of red, if you use a dark and duller wine, burgundy, maroon, you will grab the attention of the red, but still appear more serious, more mature, and more authoritative. So that's your guideline number 1. These are few colors that you can wear in your clothes, darker and duller colors. It's infinite, guys. I've just put up 6 picks, but this spectrum is infinite. Guideline number 2, brighter and lighter colors communicate youthful energy. They communicate kindness, they communicate approachability. Where the brighter ones scream for attention and say, hey, I'm fun. You know, bright is fun. The light ones communicate delicacy, subtlety. So the same red that communicates passion, that communicates, you know, intense love, when you tone it down and make it a light pink or a pale pink, the emotion remains the same, but it tones down to a more subtleness. So like a light blue, a navy blue is authoritative and powerful, but a pale blue is subtly wise, is subtly intelligent. Okay. So the emotion remains the same, it just gets toned down. I want you to clearly observe this girl and give me a quick response on what would you say her mood is or association with this, any word that comes to your mind when you see her. What is she doing? What kind of, what would you say about her, think about her? And look at her now.
So Shubham says easygoing, Anuradha says happy, Jagruti says relaxed.
And they're all correct. She looks relaxed, she looks happy, she looks easygoing. And then you see her in these bright, intense colors, and suddenly she looks energetic, like a go-getter. That is the power of bright colors. So these are some light colors for occasions where you want to look more approachable. These are bright colors where you want to be the center of attention. Bright colors get attention to themselves. Guideline number 3, wear your most flattering color near your face. Now, how will you do that? Identify colors that you always receive compliments in. Rust, orange, purple, violet, burgundy, red, any color that you've received a lot of compliments in, and make sure that you buy accessories, scarves, clothes, garments, things that you can wear near your face. This is a very important guideline, guys. Wear your most flattering color right next to your face to enhance your face, because that's the hero of your presentation. Okay, so wear that color right next to your face to enhance your appearance. Guideline number 4, use color to manipulate the viewer's attention, which means the bright color that catches attention, put it at a place in your body where you want attention of people looking at you. So if I ask you, where do you think your attention will go to when you see this lady?
Vibhuti says, okay, everybody's saying shoes, waist, shoes, waist.
Totally. Also her lips. That bright pop of color is going to take attention to her face. In this case, the attention from her shoes will directly run to that bright pop of yellow on her waist. This man has very intelligently used red to bring attention right next to his face, because in business, that's where we want attention for. When we're communicating with people, we want attention on our face. So very intelligently, he's put that red here. When people get attracted to the eye, their attention comes right up to their face. And this girl similarly has used that bright pop of orange right next to her face to bring not only energy in her entire outfit, but also manipulate the viewer's attention up to her face. So use color. You want to accentuate and enhance your very toned, well-toned legs, then wear bright colored shoes. You want to enhance your waist, wear a very bright colored or contrasting colored belt. Color can be intelligently used to lead attention of the viewer. And last but not the least, the 5th guideline as to how to use color on clothes in an online platform. I'm going to show you this image. Where is your attention going to? Who is the person that you're instantly looking at?
Brinda says red, Aparna says red.
Absolutely.
Everybody says red.
What about now? Now there's nobody wearing red. So red is not my favorite color, guys, since I'm wearing red and both. Again, most of our attention will go here. So remember, when you're on an online platform, wear a bright color so that you're visible. Wear some makeup. If you're a lady, wear minimum makeup so that you're able to highlight your features. Your features become prominent. And if you look at a lot of faces, you barely are able to see the features of these people. So if you highlight the features, you tend to get more attention. Make sure that you're in the center of the screen, you're wearing a nice bright color, and minimal makeup to highlight your features. If you're somebody who doesn't like to wear makeup at all, then at least wear a bright pop of color right next to your face. That will get you in attention on an online platform. And if I ask you, which are the two colors that instantly take your attention? If we go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Everybody's saying red and yellow.
Red and yellow, red and black. So
Yes.
because this yellow in a lot of faces is going to gel with your background, is gelling with her background, when she'll actually be on a platform, this is the color, the black and the red are the ones that are going to actually make her stand out against a light background. It would have been, if it would have been a darker background, then of course the white, the yellow and the red would have stood out more. So be a little aware of what color you're going to be wearing if you want attention on that particular online webinar. If you don't, you know what to do. Wear a color that gels with the background and you'll become invisible on that gallery scene totally. So with that note, a lot of people ask me, how do I identify what color looks good on me? So though we do a lot of technical color consultation to identify colors that are your best colors, guys, but as a person, I can tell you, as a color consultant, I can tell you, wear the color that makes you feel happy. The influence of the color in your clothes on your confidence, on your mood, is so much more priceless, precious, important than the impact it's going to have on the viewer. So medium value colors, not very light, not very dark. The medium value colors, warm colors for Indians, because we have so much melanin in our skin, whether you're fair, medium complexion or dark. It's this melanin that makes us gravitate, makes us look more vibrant and young and youthful in warmer colors. So choose warmer colors and medium value colors, the colors that sit right in the center. Rust, cranberry, reds, oranges, these are beautiful colors that look great on you. And thank you very much. I think I can just go on talking, Tina. You can.
I think the audience has been waiting very patiently for their question and answers, questions to be answered by you. So let's take those on now.
Do you want me to stop sharing, Tina? Do you think that will help?
Yes. So I think we can have a better look at you now, Diya. Excellent.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So I think we'll take the next question by Lata Pal.
Hi, very nice session.
Thank you, Lata.
You know, colors always fascinate everybody. Just wanted to say a few things.
Yes.
I think we have taken too much Western concepts into our Indian psyche.
Yes, Lata,
like
I agree.
Black and all, you know, formal dress. We never believed in that. So I wish we would, like, we love vibrant and bright colors.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what you have said today. So I think we should go back to that. We should celebrate colors instead of everybody, you know, just conforming to the Western standards. Thank you.
So thank you, Lata. And I totally agree with you there. Bright colors have been my favorite. And the fact that Indians have been wearing and being able to carry off an array of bright colors. If in my session anywhere I have said something that has communicated that you know, I am wary of bright colors. No, I love all colors. I feel all colors are beautiful. And the color that you feel great in is the best color.
I think Diya and I are testimony to the fact that Indians love bright colors. Okay, so the next question by Dharmika Talwar.
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you for today's session. It was extremely informative. And I think you have answered all my questions. But my first question is, like, we often see in our horoscope that your lucky color is blue, yellow, golden, and green. So what is the formula behind this astrological predictions that are associated with colors?
Dharmika, however much I would have loved to answer. But when it comes to astrological colors, I am not very aware of what astrological colors are. So whatever colors recommended to you by your astrologer, be sure of one thing, that you can wear any color in the world and rock it. For example, a color gray, that tends to drain the energy out of many people. You know, the minute you wear gray, gray tends to make you look, you know, low on energy, aged, older. But even that color can be countered by wearing like a bright pop of color right next to your face, and you offset the effect of that dulling effect of the gray on your body. So you can wear any color in the world, as long as you remember that you wear your most flattering color right next to your face. I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dharmika. Thank you.
Okay. We have Darshini K next.
Yes, Darshini, go ahead.
Okay. So we move on to Pavitra. Please ask your question. Pavitra.
Achal is asking, before I forget, the 2 colors for memory. Thank you, Achal. You're the one who remembered from those. From her book, the 2 colors that she found out were mauve and lemon. So these were the 2 colors, the warmth of lemon and the calmness of mauve as a combination when used around. So if you're building your study space, or if you're putting your softboard up, you can use a combination of lemon and mauve. You know, the fabric that we use for the softboard. You could probably use those colors there on your tabletop or somewhere on the wall, or even as a painting. But it's a very interesting research. If you have time, when you have time, do read it up. Those 2 colors are lemon and mauve.
Okay. Sonia, your question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for today's session. It was very interesting.
Thank
you. So my question is, I've heard that black color absorbs vibrations and energies, and white reflects it back. So my favorite color is black. So I was a dilemma whether I should wear black or not.
Because no, Sonia, it's a great color, let me tell you. And yes, every color has an associated psychology in 2 different directions. So does it mean that we should wear one particular color and not wear another color? No. You have to identify and understand the psychology of the color and then wear it to your advantage. So for example, Sonia, you're going to give a public speech where you want to look very authoritative, where you want to look like I'm the one in command right now. When I speak, everybody listens to me. You want to communicate authority. Then black is a great color to wear in a very large amount. It'll help you communicate power. On other days, however, if you're going to a regular day to work, to run an errand, and you still love black, wear black on a scarf, wear it in a pattern, you know, so that it doesn't make you look so intimidating that people think twice before approaching you. So based on what message you want to communicate on that occasion, on that particular day, choose your favorite color black accordingly. I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
We move on to Arnav Goyal.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, Arnav.
Ma'am, my sister, who's an image consultant, Rashmita Goyal, she suggested me this webinar, which was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Arnav. Thank you for attending.
Ma'am, the question I had was that why do people say that wear dark colors for night occasions and evening occasions, and wear lighter and bright colors for day occasions and parties? Why is there such a rule established?
So there are 2 reasons. Number one, so there are no rules, Arnav. I hope you know that. I never recommend people wearing colors as, you know, you should wear a color that works for you as an individual. Yeah, that's right. One. Number 2, darker colors absorb a lot of light. So when you wear a very dark color during daytime, that dark color kind of becomes so overpowering and overwhelming that it takes attention away from the wearer.
Got it.
And hence it is advised to wear medium to light color, you know, medium colors to lighter colors during daytime and wearing darker colors during nighttime. But there is no such rules. Like I said, whenever you're wearing color, whenever you're choosing any color to wear, wear color that works for you, that helps you communicate that message. So if the CEO of a very big company, let's say you're the leader of your team, and it's an important board meeting where you have to give a very strong message.
Yeah, ma'am.
Even if the meeting is at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, wear that black color in a very large quantity, wear that black suit, because when you stand and say your message, you want your message to be very impactful. You with me, Anna?
Got it, ma'am. Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day.
You too.
Okay, Saranya's next. I will ask Saranya's question because it's very interesting.
Okay.
So do bright colors really irritate wild animals, Diya? And do animals actually perceive colors as human beings do?
So yes, there was, so when I was studying about colors, there's a lot of research done on association of colors. But yes, it was found out that that bright colors kind of irritate animals. And unfortunately, there are so many books I have on color. I'm forgetting the name of the uh, research. But yes, in one of the books, I do remember reading that bright colors, and not only animals. You have a bright pop. Try this. Do a patch test in a place where you can afford to, and take fluorescent pink and paint that entire area fluorescent pink. After some time, it'll irritate you, it'll affect, and it'll make you upset and frustrated and angry. It actually makes you, it tests your temper, kind of a thing. So brighter colors don't not only have that kind of an effect on animals, they also have that effect on people. And hence you see medium intensities worn much more, because they don't tire out the eye, they don't, impact and influence, they don't stimulate the psyche like a very bright pop of pink or red. Therefore, those colors are less popular in very large quantities on the body. I hope I've answered her question.
Yes, I'm sure you have. Okay.
One last question they asked: for memory, which color do you recommend?
For memory? So that was the color. The mauve and lemon were the two colors that Ina Siegel in her book has mentioned, that, a combination of these two colors is actually works, So I'll read it exactly how she's. I didn't read it at that time because I was waiting for somebody to ask me that question later. Where is it? I'm so sorry. Just give me a second.
So you wear
Meanwhile, Tina, you can read the next question, please.
Diya, you wear mauve trousers and a lemon-colored shirt. Deadly combination. No, so somebody had asked, and it was very interesting, why do you call it a red carpet?
Okay, that's a very interesting question for me as well. And thank you for asking this question. I'll get looking for the answer of that question as well.
Okay.
I think the red carpet somehow symbolizes, power. People walking down.
Yes.
So this is an assumption. I'm not sure of it. So
Okay. I think with that, our questions are pretty much done, Diya. So with that, thank you so much. This has been a very insightful and interesting session. Any last tip that you would like to leave our audience with?
So yeah, whenever it comes to wearing color on your body, like I said, please don't limit yourself. Very often people come and tell me that it's very easy for you to say you're fair, you can carry all colors. You look good in all colors. So it's very easy for you to say, and I'm medium complexion or I'm dark complexion, but that's not true. So if any one of you out there have that myth in your head, please get rid of it. Everybody can wear every color. You just need to strategize it. So you need to learn, just like we learn how to cook and save our lives, by learning how to cook food. You learn how to use color on your body and stop that from happening. So the one thing that you can do is identify your most flattering colors that look superb on you. And whatever color dress you have a bright white dress, and you're somebody with dark complexion, and you think that white is going to make you look darker, and that's the reason you don't wear it. Don't do that. Wear a very flattering color right next to your face on top of that white dress. Somebody like me, when I wear a cream or a beige or an off-white, trust me, I look like a ghost. It actually drains off the entire energy from me. I look kind of invisible if I wear that color and sit on the screen. So when I'm wearing that beige or that off-white, it has the same effect on me. So I wear this nice flattering rust orange, all those beautiful burgundy wine, the colors that I feel look very nice on me right next to my face. And it enhances my appearance. And suddenly you offset the impact of that color, whatever you think it's doing to your appearance. So be confident. Colors should be worn on your body to enhance your level of confidence. Colors should be worn to enhance your mood. Use them to do that. Don't befriend color. Don't get scared. Don't be afraid to wear any color. That's all.
So I think my takeaway has been that color should be your companion and that we should all use it to kind of bring about a very powerful, positive change in our wardrobe, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So thank you so much, Diya. This has been
welcome.
a wonderful session for me and I'm sure for our audience as well.
Thank you very much.
With that, I bid all of you a great evening and a very good night. And I look forward to hosting all of you very soon once again. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.